It's that time of the month, boys! And I'm not talking menstrual cycles. Newly banned cards, Regeki, and Towers. They said that Regeki is too swinging of a card, despite the fact in this format there's 3 Dark Hole. So you mean to tell me, with 3 Dark Hole, Regeki just happens to stand out just because it does not hit your own monsters? Have you ever played against Yang Zing and they play Dark Hole, blowing up their own monsters? Has that ever swung a game that you was originally winning into their favor? Or in Cosmo, the ships activate, blow them up, go to graveyard, right? That doesn't swing the game in their favor? Maybe they just wanted an excuse to ban Regeki. Y'all got that. They said about Towers that this card does not allow your opponent to play the game. That's not true. If you're not prepared for Towers in some capacity by now, you deserve to lose to it. You can either go back to playing Cleaves, at least the way that I think you should play them, or you could maybe perhaps just play Skybase in place of Towers. Skybase does bring control of monster every turn. I'm just saying. Newly restricted Necros Unicorn and Synchro Trish. Didn't they hit Necros Atrishula like last month? They said this is the strongest and most flexible card in the Necros arsenal, and it is a floodgate that's easily summoned. Maybe that was the whole fucking point, it being a level 4. And apparently Necros is too strong still, so they felt it was necessary to limit Unicorn. In V4, it's still too strong, then it'd be like, Valkyris is now limited. What the fuck? On the Synchro Trish, the card ain't really done shit because the time of Synchro Trish has passed. And not every deck will go out their way, unless you're playing some clown shit and you play Glow Up Bulb, you send it with Mathematician, and then you revive it, then you summon Hatcher. That's a whole lot of work. Regardless of that, Synchro Trish is still more usable than Necros Atrishula, but you decide to unban Synchro Trish over Necros Atrishula. Semi-limits. Compulse, 1-for-1, Bubble Man, El Shaddai Fusion, and Monster Gate. That's a lot of shit. Compulse is cool and all, but unless you're playing a particular type of deck, it ain't really doing shit. You don't want to compulse a Cosmo monster. And it is pretty bad against Necros, even though they did ban Necros Atrishula, which negates targeted effects on the Necros monster. 1-for-1. They said another powerful combo piece for Synchros, which is true, but also a powerful resource for Infernoids. I don't know about that. Having only 3 Decatron and 2 1-for-1, that just seems pretty shitty. You're already playing Reasoning, and then you also semi-limit Monster Gate, 2 1-for-1 Reasoning. I guess you're going to play this shit just cuz, but I don't think 1-for-1 being at 2 for Infernoids is like really that good, unless you're playing another level 1 monster. But in like synchro-centric shit, there's like enough level 1 monsters in that shit, so it makes some sense. Bubble Man should not have been hit at all. Bubble Man is a cool card and all, but those OTKs don't happen anymore, even with Stratos being unbanned in ARG format. You really could just more or less copy-paste an OCG deck list with heroes. Dark Law is still a boss. That almost rhymed. El Shaddai Fusion is obviously so annoying because it's a quick play. And I don't really think this is going to be like a really big difference, because most of the time, you just recycle one El Shaddai Fusion anyway. And if you just happen to get to another one, it's just even more annoying. They just want Infernoids to be like the shit, with Monster Gate going to 2. I won't be surprised next month it'll be unrestricted, because Infernoids just aren't good enough. So you're going to give us 2 1-for-1, 3 Reasoning, and 3 Monster Gate. Then in that case, shit, I might just play in this ARG shit. Remember, cash! They're doing that. I don't really see how Royal Magical Library has anything to do with Monster Gate and the Breeze Dragon. They said it is not any more overpowered than any other similar card like Coach Soldier, Wolfbark, or Altair. If you want a competitive, interactive synchro strategy, who the fuck wants to interact? This going to 3 is a must. Y'all just saying that because you unbanned Synchro Trish. And cards no longer limited. Rescue Rabbit, Tragodia, Artifact Moreltech. Yeah, Rescue Rabbit ain't really doing nothing. And it is pretty damn slow, relatively. I guess you could play it in Ignites if you want to. And I guess because of Rescue Rabbit, you could actually make an 86 with 5 materials instead of 4. Tragodia. Not important. Artifact Moreltech? They said, The artifact engine as a whole encourages interacting with the opponent and promotes strong decision making. I don't understand what really goes into a decision on activating a sanctum or an ignition, hot and fresh out to summon a morale tech and blow up an opponent's card. Yeah, that would have been somewhat true if morale tech was still at 1. So you just unlimit morale tech like it's not going to do something. You know people going to play the damn... We'll see what happens next month. So, I'd like to thank y'all for watching. If you would like to help me pay rent, all you got to do, disable ad block, click an ad, or put it back on. Literally seconds. Thank you very much in advance. It is very much appreciated. You have my gratitude. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. There is obviously an agenda outside of trying to make this format fresh. For them to keep changing shit every fucking month. At least we know, at least if you give a fuck about this ARG format, that they're going to be giving you an update, was it the first Monday of every month or something they said. Which is cool, but don't try to act like you're doing this with like the purest of intentions. Stop it.